Welcome to Fenton Elliott Solicitors. I'm Simon Fenton. I'm here with my partner Chris Sutton, who is the head of our family team. And I would like to know from Chris, when in a divorce matter, the wishes and desires of the children become relevant. I ask that as a parent, knowing that sometimes I ask my kids what they think, and it's really useful information. And sometimes I don't know why I bothered. So how important are what the children want to the proceedings and what gets sorted?
Okay, well, in terms of their arrangements, where they're going to live, where they spend time, their wishes and feelings are part of the statutory criteria.
Oh, it's written in law?
In the statute. In the Children Act, there is a welfare checklist, and one part of the checklist is what are the ascertainable wishes and feelings of the children.
Okay.
Deliberately ascertainable because, of course, you can't go asking 1 and 2 year olds what they think. They're probably not going to give you anything of any substance or use.
Yeah.
With that in mind, every child is different. There is different levels of maturity, understanding. Therefore, there can't be a hard and fast rule about when the wishes and feelings of a child are going to be relevant or not. It has to be a moving scale. Over time, and over numerous cases that I've been working on, I've come to realise that sliding scale usually starts probably about 10.
So below 10, you don't really...
You can do, and I've had many cases where 9, 8, and even 7-year-olds' wishes and feelings have been highly relevant to the determination of the child arrangements when it comes to the court making a decision, or indeed, social workers or the parties coming to their own arrangements. But it depends on their maturity. All children are different. Your children, both of your 2 children are probably different. All 3 of mine are very different. And they reach different levels of maturity at different points in life. They also understand different things to a different degree.
No, I mean that's sort of a statement of the kind of the obvious, right? But the point is, how does the court know, or how would somebody know that this 11-year-old's opinion is relevant and this 11-year-old's opinion is not relevant?
Well, in the first instance, it comes down to the evidence of the parents.
Okay.
So the parents will give their accounts to the court about what they believe the relevant wishes and feelings of the children.
Would the children give evidence in court?
Very rarely.
Okay.
It does happen on occasion. There has to be exceptional circumstances, and there has to be a real reason to put them through it.
Okay.
Giving evidence in court is, quite frankly, traumatic, particularly for a child, traumatic for a lot of adults, but it's difficult. So
you wouldn't do that as a matter of course?
Absolutely not. It's happened on a handful of cases in my time.
But do the parents honestly represent what the kids want, or do the parents sometimes say what they wanted the kid to say?
Well, that's open to some degree of interpretation.
Is that where that's where the discussions happen?
It is. It's not uncommon for 2 parents to both, very honestly from their perspective, say, I think the children want to spend more time with me, or they want to live with me and not you.
And I guess it's possible, isn't it, that they ask the same child the same question and the child says what they think the parent wants to hear?
You are exactly right. Most children want an easy life.
Don't we all?
We do. But children in particular, and they're often quite perceptive, and they realise that if they say to mum what mum wants to hear, mum will be happy.
Yeah.
And next week, if they say to dad what dad wants to hear, dad will be happy. And we can't blame them.
So how does this get resolved?
Well, if it can't be resolved by the courts coming to a conclusion about what those wishes and feelings are, it might be that they bring in an independent party to speak to the children. Now, this might be a CAFCAS officer.
A what?
CAFCAS, Child and Families and Court Advisory Service.
Okay.
They support the children through the court process. They offer their guidance and recommendations. They are essentially social workers, the eyes and ears of the court outside of the courtroom.
Oh,
in the family home.
Okay.
They can undertake what we call a Section 7 report. where they might come out and meet the children, usually at school, if they're of that level of age, somewhere independent but somewhere safe from the children's perspective. And they'll talk to them about what's going on at home, how they feel about it. Is there any messages they wanted to pass on to the people making the decision? And they do that in an appropriate way for their age. So I've seen lots of CAFCAS officers might play word games, or they might have pictures that they want the children to draw. They might have activities that are focused to their age or their maturity level that help draw out the answers that they want. And then it's the CAFCAS officer's job to then interpret that information and then provide a report and an analysis into what they think the true ascertainable wishes and feelings of the children are.
So do you ever have circumstances where there are children involved and the wishes of the children are, like, ignored?
Yes.
Oh,
absolutely.
Okay. And so what sort of proportion? How often do they go, well, they'll do what they're told, and the rest of the time go, what do they want?
Well, the wishes and feelings of children are one of numerous factors in the welfare checklist.
Right.
And just because one particular child is adamant and honest that they want to live with, let's say, dad, it might be that actually when you look at all the other factors, dad can't truly meet all of the child's needs to the full extent, and the best arrangement might actually be a shared care arrangement. And the court has to then factor in everything.
So they take into account that. Then they'll say to the dad, "How often are you away on business?" "No more than 2 nights a week." And they go, "Oh, okay, that's a bit of an issue." So that is one of the things they put into place.
That can be one of the factors, absolutely. The other thing with wishes and feelings, they become more determinative, or the phrase we use
as the child gets older, right?
It gets given more weight as the child gets older.
Okay, that makes sense.
So what I would tend to say is, children who have a reasonable level of maturity for their age, from about 13 onwards, their wishes and feelings are likely to be close to determinative.
Oh, okay.
All right, not perfectly, but the court's going to potentially struggle to impose something drastically different from what they want if they're adamant that that is a strongly held wish.
Wow, okay.
Under that, I've seen many times where the court has said, we appreciate what this child wants, but when you factor everything else in, there are other things at play here. And at the end of the day, that's why they are a child, and we don't all acquiesce to all of our children's wishes and feelings. I mean,
do we not?
I know my kids sometimes ask for chocolate for breakfast, but they can't have it every day.
Yeah, that's the great thing about being an adult. You can.
You can.
Listen, Chris, that was brilliant. Thank you so much. I had no idea anybody paid any attention to children. Well done. If you have a child arrangement issue that you need to discuss, you need to get some advice on, we can help you with, please call us here at Fenton Elliott Solicitors. Chris and or his team would be delighted to help.